In this part of the audit, the auditor is auditing the control of the subassembly process on the shop floor. Watch this video to determine if the auditor is using effective auditing techniques.
Right, AJ, so we're here at workstation 1 for subassembly.
Yes.
Would you like to just take me through the process and what's actually happening here?
No problem. So what Natalia is doing over here is assembling a gasket to a back cover. This is sub-assembly stage for this particular assembly.
Okay.
So all she has to do is make sure the gasket is seating within the channel of that cover over there.
Okay, and is it possible for her to put that on, the gasket on back to front?
Back to front, it doesn't matter. It's okay for back to front. However, it is impossible to put it upside down.
Okay.
So the way the gasket has been designed ensures that you cannot put it in the wrong way around.
Okay, that's great. Okay, and is she doing any inspection at all?
At this particular stage, there's no need for inspection. All she's got to do is make sure while she's assembling, she's completely put it into the channel. What she is looking for, however, is ensuring that the gasket is not broken.
Okay.
So that's the only inspection point, I should say.
Okay, and what happens if we do have a broken gasket?
So what she has here is a tag with red colours, which we'll put on the component and then put a defect code, and that goes into the red bin over there.
Right, okay. And when I was talking to Dan earlier, he was telling me that you were trying to improve your internal scrap analysis.
That's correct. So what we do now is any reject we have a defect code, which then allows the engineers and the team to analyse each defect code per product type and then be able to collect some data.
Okay, that's great. So once they're completed, where are the completed components going to?
She has over here a box over there where all the completed parts go into.
Right, okay.
And then at the end of it, it's all labelled up to identify them to that product.
Okay, that's lovely. Okay, so we'll follow on now to the next process. Thank you very much for your time.
So let's summarize. In this audit, the auditor is observing the operator performing a subassembly operation, placing a gasket into a housing in preparation for a subsequent assembly of the lighting unit. Failure to the assembly could ultimately result in water ingress into the lighting unit if the gasket is not placed correctly into the subassembly. The auditor focused on any error proofing to reduce the risk of incorrect assembly. However, in the audit, the auditor was not interfacing with the person doing the work, but all questions were being answered by the production manager. If it is safe to do so in an audit without increasing the risk of non-conforming product, auditors should always endeavor to try and question the people that are directly performing the work. Any evidence that is collected in any aspect of auditing manufacturing should be compared back to the relevant process FMEA and whether or not the relevant controls are defined in the control plan. By asking questions, the auditor can develop audit trails. In this example, to the control of non-conforming product when any issues are encountered by the operator. So let's summarize the key learning points. Auditors should always try to question people performing the work, where it is safe to do so, and where we are not going to increase the possibility of producing non-conforming product. In any audit, auditors should verify the organization's process for determining and implementing error proofing with reference to IATF 16949 requirement 10.2.4. During auditing in production, auditors should always make reference to the relevant PFMEA, control plan, and any relevant work instructions.